Well, if I go back far enough, it was quite tricky at points. At the time, the transition between CO Limited without legacy funding and CO Limited with the expansion programme was tricky. Had a huge amount of support from people to get us over the line and to keep us going and succeed to where we are today. Mostly good, but that moment was quite tricky. But as a director, you've got to take that as well.
So I've been on the board for about 2 years now, and the reason I joined is because I'd taken an interest in the regional meetups. I was quite passionate about that, and I thought, what's the next step for me creatively to get more members together? So I decided to get involved on a national level because I thought there was a bit of a disconnect on a national and local level. So yeah, that's how I first got involved with that. And it's such an insight to be a part of the strategic thinking and planning of a project like this, and to be a part and to be able to analyse the impact of what takes place on the board with the board members as well.
I joined the board before we'd actually put in the application for the expansion fund, and for me it was a really exciting time, an opportunity to be involved in something that potentially was going to be 3 years funding. It was a massive government contract which would continue community organising for the next 3 years. So for me it was really exciting, and then especially when we did get the money, we got the bid and we've been able to roll out the programme. It's an amazing sense of pride, but also not just pride in the organisation, pride in the fact that we're continuing community organising, and it will continue, and the way we're actually running the programme, it will continue it after that, after 2020.
It's been a really good experience. I mean, I'd recommend it to everybody. You test your own ideas, you have lots of people to discuss things with, challenge you, and find out how to do what you want to do better. It's not about flashy buildings, it's all about the people, and I've really personally enjoyed it. And I don't normally like attending lots of meetings, so that's pure evidence that actually it's a worthwhile thing for you to do.
I found it a really good and beneficial experience. I've learned so much, and I've really felt warmly welcomed, and I feel that it's something that I can take back to my community and hopefully use to benefit the place where I live.
It's given me an insight into the decision-making process that goes on behind the scenes for the organisation. It's been really exciting to be part of those decisions, and also to hear the conversations around the decisions we make. It's nice to be part of that, and also to bring my own experience as an organiser to the table in hope that it helps enrich the experience for other organisers who are members.
I'm Nick Garden. I'm the Chief Exec of Community Organisers Limited, and for me the most important part of the role is being able to implement the board's vision. So the board holds the vision for CO Limited, it holds the vision for the organisation, but most importantly it holds the vision of the members. And as the Chief Executive, my role in relation to the board is to help implement that vision. So in the past I've described the board as setting the destination for the organisation in consultation with the membership, and my role as a Chief Executive is to help us get there by looking at the route that we will take. So the board is a really important role for the organisation, as it's the role which helps set where we're going, and for me it's really important as the Chief Exec so that actually we can be kept accountable. I'm accountable to the board, and also I can ensure that we can develop a strategy which is in line with the organisation's vision. The elections are really important. They're the most important part of the process because as a democratic organisation, the board is wholly elected, and we think that that represents community organising. We think that actually the way in which the organisation is structured is in line with what we would see as the key principles of organising. So the elections are part of the democratic process. All members are entitled to vote. We have individual directors and we have organisation directors, and the individual members of CO Limited can vote on individual directors, and the organisation members can vote on the organisation directors. And currently we have 5 individual members and 3 organisation directors, and that's how our board is made up.